morning, beautiful people. Happy Monday. Happy August 17th. In my world, of course. I go back to work today, and I will tell you that it was a horrible evening last night. I thought it was so good. I was asleep, I'm pretty sure, by like 9 o'clock. And for whatever reason, I woke up at like 10 or 10:30, and I moved to my bedroom. And I was still like, my eyes hurt enough that I knew I would like go right back to sleep. But then I didn't. I don't know if you've ever had that feeling. I call it like that legit where feels like your skin is crawling. Every once in a while I get it, and I don't know why I get it, but it makes me very uncomfortable. So I went out and turned on the air conditioning and turned on the TV so that I'd forget that I was feeling that kind of way. And then it was all downhill. I was awake until 3 o'clock. And now here it sits around 6, and I know I got to get my butt moving, but not feeling super energized. So I'm going to chat with you guys for a bit and try to shake it off. I know that I haven't looked at my email for 7, 9, 11 days. So that's going to be interesting. And I got to have my game face on. So going to go for my walk when I'm done with you, and then get into it and hopefully stay awake until I'm done with tonight's meetings. So here goes. Thank you for listening to I didn't get any sleep last night drama, by the way. Julie K says, the longer you're in recovery, the more you appreciate humor. Humor has long been recognized as an aid to recovery. Humor is part of most 12-step meetings in one form or another. It could be a story shared, a comment or an aside, or something that just pops out. We appreciate humor because it shows our common bond. It brings our spirits closer together. It relieves tension and helps us banish worry. We laugh as a group, never at someone, but with someone. Humor also gives us a way to share an experience we all know only too well. When we smile or laugh, we own our pain, forgive ourselves, and share understanding. We may have lost our sense of humor from years of seriousness, neglect, inner pain, and rigidity. Regaining it can be a sign that we are making real progress in our recovery after many years of pain, hurt, and isolation. The smiles humor generates remind us that we are getting better every day. Today, let me share laughter with another person. I love laughing. As you can see, as I laugh to you. Humor is definitely one of those gifts that we should give ourselves in recovery. We should give ourselves in life, period. And oh my goodness. So sorry, guys. I'm going to need a big share of oxygen this morning. It comes in lots of different ways. And here they talk about at the meetings and, with people. And that's definitely one of... There's something about the connection when you have humor that way and smiling with other people. And I remember a lot of what we laughed about in meetings I've been in is the ridiculousness of the addiction. Like, so ridiculous. The things that we would do that were so ridiculous. The whole, I won't go back to the ATM because I left my ATM in the car. Or I'll never go back, and we rip up our cards, and 2 days later we're back signing up a new one. All those versions of ridiculousness and laughing at ourselves. Not that it was funny, it's just that it was so sick that it was funny, or that we're sitting in a room of people who did exactly those same things when we thought we were alone. It could be very, what's the word I'm looking for? connecting. Is that the word? Anyway, when you're in a group, humor can be one of those things that is an activity that you participate in outside of the rooms. You know, if you're socializing with people in recovery, like our group at the center, it was before I got there, but they had gone out to a comedy club one night together. And I think I mentioned recently that when I was in Kansas City, we went to dinner theater, and, you know, a lot of that is comedy. And believe it or not, the murder mysteries and things that I've chatted about too, usually those are pretty funny. There's funny movies. There's funny. We have a guy, again, from Kansas who's not in recovery. He's just one of my friends. And he and I think it's a bunch of seniors. He's like 72, 71. He's older. He's older than me. And they send every week an email where everybody kind of participates to whoever the master sender is. And it's different. A lot of puns, especially. And it's cute. I get a lot of chuckles out of this weekly email. Another thing that, and I haven't been as engaged in it as I once was. I used to look forward to it every week. There's a group that is called WTF, and it's, you know, what the F Wednesday. And it's, that one's a little bit more graphic, and you know, kind of obscene, actually, not politically correct. You can't be too sensitive to be in that room. I think that the other part of humor is, you know, being able to laugh at ourselves, because, you know, we're gonna mess up, guys, or we're gonna sound stupid, or we're not gonna be perfect. I know you hear me laughing at myself quite often, and I'm fine with it. I think it, I don't know. I think it helps. I can remember one night I was walking through a bar, and I must have been trying to meet people. And this is going back, it could be close to 20 years for all I know, because it was in Connecticut for sure. And I was in such a hurry, and I tripped or something, and I fell smack down on my face in the middle of a bar, like a Friday night bar scene. And all I could do was just laugh. You know, I stood up, laughed at myself, and just kept on trucking. And I can't honestly tell you, I don't know how much I had to drink at that point. I don't think I fell from drinking. I was just in a drinking environment. But yeah, so incorporate humor into your daily routine. It could be, you know, looking up a couple silly things on the internet, or, you know, telling jokes, or watching the comedy. Is there still a comedy channel? Or I think there's podcasts that do comedy, or radio stations that do comedy. There's definitely things out there. I mean, have fun with yourself too, and your people. That would be ideal. But don't forget to put a little humor in your life. We can't take any of this stuff too serious. Over seriousness, I think, causes stress. Stress fills our bucket with negative, and you know how that turns out. So that's my recommendation, is get a little humor. And I think that's what the book is saying as well. I hope that you guys are off to a great beginning of the week. I will be back with you this evening, hopefully, if I could stop yawning. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Have a good day, guys.